So how is Right Brain Initiative different than what's existed before? Well, first of all, we are really focused on providing deep, arts-rich learning experiences for students that connect in a natural and authentic way across the curriculum. It's not, as we like to say, drive-by art. It's not go see the performance, go back to the school, and never think about it again. It's a very different approach. It is also a partnership model, and as a partnership model, we are focused on having this be systemic, sustainable, equitable, and evaluation-based. So what we are looking at is providing services, as we've said, for every child, in every partnering school, quality experiences for them. We want to change the way we do business. We really want to look at artists and teachers as co-equals so that they will plan together and execute these services in conjunction with one another, and that we will coordinate the scheduling and as well as the accounting system so that it's not up to an individual arts organization or a school to attend to that by themselves. The sustainability comes again from our advocacy efforts and from our broad base of financial support, and we are looking at both private and public money, national and local money, and we will be engaging very soon in a grassroots campaign to involve all sectors of the community in our initiative. We're documenting our work from the get-go. We know that we will measure our success in a variety of ways. We are determining that as we move forward this year. It will give us a chance to examine what works and what doesn't work so that we can improve year by year the work that we're providing in schools. But we do know that we are focusing on making direct connections to literacy. So with that, I think it would be great to hear from a school's perspective. And we welcome with us now Elaine Luckenbaugh, who is the principal at Hollydale Elementary, one of our partnering schools. So welcome, Elaine.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
So just to open things up, can you tell us a little bit about Hollydale?
I love talking about my school.
Oh,
so Hollydale is one of the 11 elementary schools in Gresham School District. We have about 460 kids. So that when you kind of think about that, that means 3 classes per grade. So 3 kindergarten classrooms, 3 first and all the way up to 5th grade. So a kindergarten through 5th grade elementary building. We have about 53 staff members, and about 32 of those are certified staff members, so teachers in the classroom, specialists, counselor, music specialist, PE, and all of that. And then we have about 21 support staff. We have a very involved parent group, very supportive of us in academics and in art, so we're very fortunate at Hollydale. We pride ourselves in our strong academics, as most schools are very proud of what their kids do academically, but we also pride ourselves in being a green school, just being a green school and just making sure that we're recycling our school. We think that's important. But the other thing is that we feel very strong about art in our school, and we have. So being a part of this Right Brain Initiative has been fabulous for our school. Great. So we're very excited to be a part of it.
Very good. So like every school, you have a school improvement plan.
Yes, we do.
You have specific goals and targets. So can you tell us for this year what of those goals might be a match with the Right Brain Initiative? Might it really help you in forwarding?
And when you think about that, so most schools, you know, we want to help students achieve in reading, writing, math, and science are kind of our main core areas. But specifically for the Right Brain, that we're looking at literacy, like you said, and specifically writing is a main focus. And I think most schools across the state of Oregon are really trying to improve children's writing and improve writing scores for kids. So that will be a great piece. And I'm going to talk a little in a moment about what our plans are and how we're going to do that. So
okay, very good, very good. So teachers, we all know the pressure that teachers are under. We know that they have a lot to do, and this could be viewed as just one more thing to have to handle. So what's been the response of your staff? And
go ahead. It has not been one more thing on the plate. It's been one of those fabulous things that when we brought it to the staff, then they have just embraced it. And like I said, we have an incredible staff that are very creative, but that they really love art. So to get some extra support with that has been just wonderful. And so every day, I think this is the best part of the Right Brain Initiative, and it just gets better and better.
So how was the initiative introduced to your staff?
Well, first we had a meeting. It was this summer, and it was principals were brought together from the different school districts, and just kind of the unveiling of what this project was, and it was very exciting. And then we kind of brought that back to our staff and said, there's going to be some kind of art project that we're going to do. And it was called the Art Partners Grant. So I'm kind of changing my lingo here. And then probably the most wonderful experience for me that we had an art workshop this fall, I think in October. And we have a school planning team. So it was myself and my music teacher and a 4th grade teacher and a 1st grade teacher. And we came to be a part of this where 90 other participants were there. And we looked at theater, we looked at dance and movement, we looked at visual art, and it really was that time where I said, this is that conviction of, you know, that art integration is the way to go, and that really can bring the best out of kids. Kids that are struggling, or you think, gosh, they have a strength. You talk to parents and they say, gosh, my child loves to act at home, but they're struggling in reading. It brings it out for kids, whether that be reading or math or science. And I really came back back to my school with that passion of, we are going to go full strength ahead. So it's been very exciting. We also have an art integration facilitator that you were talking about that helps support the school, because it's hard to just do it on your own. There are so many things on our plate and how you move forward. And we're very fortunate to have Karen Rosenberg, and she's working with our staff and with our school planning team and moving forward as we start to select what we're going to do in our building. The other thing that the Right Brain Initiative has done is that our whole staff was given an electronic survey on, you know, what's your background in art, what's your passions, what would you like to see Hollydale do? So to get that input from staff, and then it was exciting because I think we are strong in music in our school, we're strong in visual art, and we normally do artists in residence in visual art. But theater was the one thing that came up, and it's a little bit more of a risk for us to go that direction. So we're very excited to do some art with theater.
Great. And I would imagine the professional development that you referenced, when teachers actually had a chance to do that themselves, not just talk about it, but experience it themselves.
Definitely.
Was meaningful.
When the 4 of us, our school planning team, went to this art workshop, we actually came back to our staff and had the staff interact and do, I think it was called the Living Dictionary, where they actually acted out some different words, and it really shows how the brain works, that if you have art involved or some kind of movement or song or whatever that might be, that really helps learning for adults as well as children. Very exciting.
So is this giving then your teachers, your staff, a new way of looking at their work and what other opportunities and possibilities there might be?
You know, I think it does, and I think part of it is the passion that we bring back to our staff, this planning team. I'm going to give you an example. When we went to this art workshop, that I happened to go to this dance and movement, and I'm thinking, oh gosh, I don't know how comfortable I feel with that. But it was really that whole bridge to literacy. And so the person that did it was incredible. And we talked about how you read a story and how you can retell that using movement. And just for myself, as I'm thinking, and I think we did a story, The 3 Bears, and we acted it out, you know, so somebody comes knocking at the door, or how that whole story, but how we can take that back to the kids. So I think it's first getting that passion and excitement of our team and bringing that back to the staff and bringing that back to kids. There are many ways we can help kids learn, and I think art is a wonderful way to do that.
Great, great. Yeah. So you have lots of opportunities and options with this list of providers that are available to you. So tell us what you're thinking about at Hollydale. What artists? And
well, just like I said, it just seems to get better and better. So just this past week, we started to meet in grade level teams, kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, all the way through to 5th. And they said, what would you like to do? So we've chosen theater, and we also want to tie that into writing, so we can really help support our kids in that area. And grade level started talking about, what would you like to do? And it was amazing in theater that they all chose puppetry. So that was kind of fun when each group was able to share it and say, this is what we were thinking. I remember the kindergarten, 1st grade teacher said, we want to do more characterization so they really know what characters play. And then when we got to 5th grade, they were chuckling because they said, that's what we were thinking too. So it's been really fun to see that. And so just today, I got on the phone and started calling the artists, and that was probably made it the most real for me. Like, yes, they're going to come, and yes, this is how we're going to do it, and we'll have these planning meetings so we can really hear input from teachers and what kids are doing, their strengths and their interests at that grade level. So it just gets better and better. So
great.
I'm not going to tell who they are yet. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but it's very exciting.
We'll keep watching.
Okay.
So I know one of your next steps is to actually begin meeting with artists after the first of the year and begin some of that specific planning. So we'll really look forward to seeing what comes of that.
We're very excited as well.
That's great. So just to say that we really, our plan is for this initiative as we move forward that we will double the number of schools each year. It is our intent then to be in 5 years in every K-8 school across the Tri-County area in every school district, so that all students in those grade levels will have the wonderful opportunities that Hollydale students look forward to this year.